blah, blah. Don't listen to this stupid advice.
She has to give him sex. Who else would have sex with her? She is no beauty. That voice, her husband must be doing out of obligation as well. Wonder if she ever thought of that.
The misogyny is so deep with this one. Gross. Vomit emoji.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca. Today, we are going to address some of the controversy that is happening on my channel. Now, apparently, one of my shorts is making its rounds on the internet, and women are fuming about this short. Now, this short is from a long form video that I made on my channel about the sex spreadsheet debacle, and I give women the best marriage advice I've ever gotten for my marriage, and I wanted to share that with other women. Well, they were not having it. They were not having it.
Bitch, sit your ass down and shut the hell up, bitch!
However, I decided that I wanted to take some of the comments and present some of those comments to you guys, and also rebuttal the comments with some logic and reason. So we are going to get into some of these comments, but before we do, guys, if you like me, if you like my face, if you want to see my content, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below because I'm almost at 100,000 subscribers, and I would love to have you here if you are a logical, sane person, okay? I would love to have you here. Join the club, okay? Join us. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's first get into the video that is making women go bonkers, all right? Let's hear what I say. If your husband wants sex, give him sex. Point blank, period. Okay? Do you want to know how many times I haven't felt good for sex? I haven't felt sexy for sex. I was cramping or I had a headache. Do you know how many times? Countless of times. Okay? Guess what? When my husband asked for sex, I still gave it to him. And guess what happened? Just guess. Take a wild guess what happened. Not only did he feel good, not only did he sleep like a rock, but the cramps magically went away. The headache magically went away. All of my maladies that I was experiencing before having sex went away. That is the short that I posted, and I stand by everything that I said. If my husband asks for sex, right? I give it to him. I have sex with my husband. I don't understand why this is such a controversial take in 2023 when we tell women all the time, oh yeah, girlfriend, you can have sex with whoever you want. You can do whatever you want with no consequences, right? We have women literally shouting to the rooftops their body counts. 200, 300, 400 bodies.
I have a very big body count and I'm very happy, and I'm in
What's
stable romantic arrangements.
what's the body count?
Probably like 300 something.
300 something. Okay. 300.
Yeah, what about you guys?
Mine's at like 50.
50? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also at 50.
Yet I am telling women your marriage will be much better if you don't deny your husband sex. Because when you pour into your husband, what's going to happen? He's going to pour into you as well. He's going to show you more love. He's going to show you more affection. He's most likely going to give you things that you desire in your marriage. It is not that difficult to understand. If you pour into one another, your marriage will be better. It will be stronger. It will be more intimate. It will be more respectful. All of the good things that come from having intimacy and breeding intimacy, not only with sex, right, but with communication, with affection, with whatever your love language is. But for most men in marriage, physical touch is the number one need for a man. So when wives continuously deny their husbands sex, they are denying themselves as well, because all of the things that you are concerned about in your marriage, your husband not doing this or your husband not stepping up here, is because you are not also pouring in to the marriage. You are also not investing in your husband. So how do you expect your husband to pour into you? That's how this works. It's a two-way street, and everyone has to get in. Everyone has to chip in. I'm not saying that if you're giving your husband sex and he's not reciprocating, yeah, there's a problem there. And I'm also not implying in this video or any video that I've ever made that your husband should rape you, that your husband should abuse you, that you are a doormat to your husband, and that you should open your body to him at every given point, ever in history. No, I did not say that. Men have the understanding if their wife is sick, ill, in the hospital, bleeding, just gave birth to their baby, they know during these circumstances that asking for sex is probably not a good idea and not in their best interest. So let's just blanket all of those ridiculous comments that are saying, oh, well, you bleed for 5 to 7 days out of a month. Yeah, you do as a woman, you bleed, okay? And men typically don't want to have sex with their wives on their periods. So that's a given, okay? Or if you just had a baby and you have 6 to 8 weeks to recover, men generally know when these things happen. So they're not going to ask. They're not going to expect sex. But if you are constantly giving your husband the same excuse, that's some bullshit, okay? That is what I'm saying. I'm not telling women to have sex with their husbands when they are in the hospital or they are gravely ill or if they're bleeding for 7 days. I did not say that. I did not imply that by any way, shape, or form. Yet women will go to the comment section and they'll say these things. And I'm like, are you mentally ill? Do you not think logically? And that's the conclusion that I've come up with, that women are completely and utterly delusional and emotional and don't think or have any sort of logical sense, because some of these comments are absurd. Let's dive into some of these things, okay? Spunky Spark says, if you don't want to have sex, you shouldn't be forced to, period. Should you be forced to have sex with your husband? No, you should be willing. You should be willing. You should be wanting to have sex with your husband. You should be attracted to your husband enough to not have this be a problem. But so many women are not actually attracted to their husbands. That's the bottom line. So you are easily repulsed and icked out by your husband with everything that you don't want to have sex, but you told your husband that you would do that for the rest of your life. Okay? That's the issue. Let's read more of these. Tina Mexico says, so it's okay to be a hole for his masturbation. If your gut reaction, if your only response to this is a hole for his masturbation, that is a direct reflection of you, of the men that you're choosing to lay with. You are clearly choosing poor choices of men. You are clearly choosing men that do not respect and care about you, that this would be your immediate gut reaction response. And that's honestly sad to me. I honestly feel bad for a lot of these women that can never get to the point where they can even trust a man to not do this to their body. And it's probably happened to her. And that's why she's putting it out on the internet. Liz Earth Angel 3 says, no, that is called force sex to keep him happy. And then even after you do that, they are not happy. They want more and then they cheat, etc. This is terrible advice. Get yourself a man who really loves you and wants to have snuggles and naps when you don't feel okay instead of forced sex. Marriage is not forced sex. These women, like I mentioned, they are not attracted to their husbands. That's why they want to snuggle and they just want to lay there because they don't want to engage sexually with their husbands because they don't desire them. If you desired your husband, sex, this conversation wouldn't even be an issue. Women would not be in the comment section blowing it up, getting all triggered because they would just be having sex with their husbands. Like, it's insane to me. It's insane. Kayla Combs says, yes, be your husband's sex slave no matter what. This is internal conflict. These are women that can't accept. They know what they should be doing, right? They know that they should desire their husband. They know that sex shouldn't be an issue. But you get responses like, be your husband's sex slave, because that's sane. Brianna Morrison says, or how about your husband be a real man and have some compassion from you when you're not feeling good? How about he grows the hell up a little bit, uses some self-control, and realizes that he might not get it every time he wants it? Because guess what? Women are human beings too. We're not sex toys.
Me. We're not sex toys. How about he becomes a real man? And how about he grows up and have a little bit of self-control?
Shame, insults, guilt need to be right. Like, let's use our brains here, okay? Let's use a little bit of logic. I know it's difficult. I know that it takes a lot of work for some of y'all to use some common sense and some logic. But if you are literally throwing up, or, you know, it's coming out the back door, or you're on your period, or you're hospitalized, or you're very ill, you have cancer, generally, I don't know, men typically can sense that and they're not gonna want sex, they're not gonna expect sex, they're not even going to insinuate it. That is not the point of this video, but of course, women will miss the point because it's all about their emotions. It's all about how they're feeling. And this made Brianna and thousands. I have 2.6 thousand comments on this video. This made thousands of women's brains melt because they can't understand. These women can't understand that their husbands want the best for them, that their husbands love them, that their husbands know them, that their husbands want the best for their wives. They can't wrap their heads around it, okay? That's why you get comments like this. And there's so many. There are so many comments just like this too. Blah, blah, blah. Don't listen to this stupid advice. Aubrey says, she has to give him sex. Who else would have sex with her? She is no beauty. That voice, her husband must be doing out of obligation as well. Wonder if she ever thought of that. The misogyny is so deep with this one. Gross. Vomit emoji. It is so sad to me that these women are so damaged. They are so hurt. They are so jaded that they can't even see through the fog, that they automatically assume the worst in a marriage or the worst in men or the worst in people because they've made bad choices. They made bad decisions with the men that they've laid down with. So they project their insecurity. They project their just disapproval and their anger and every single bit of emotion onto other women that are just saying, hey, you know what? If you don't deny your husband, he's going to make you a very happy wife at the end of the day, and vice versa. And you guys are going to build a better life. It's going to be more intimate. It's going to be more fulfilling. Your kids are going to see the fruits of your amazing marriage. But no, they're going to project their insecurities. They're going to project their hatred. They're going to project their mistrust in men. They're going to do that because it is the easy way out. It completely absolves them of their own decisions, of their own mistakes, of their own accountability. And that is what you're going to see in all of these comments. I can literally just continue and read the countless comments of these women just berating me with their insecurities and their mistrust and their anger. And it's okay. It does not surprise me that these women would just go berserk. It doesn't surprise me. And I hope that many of these women seek out therapy, understand that they play a part in the decisions that they've made. But I know a lot of women won't. And that is just the reality. And the reason why I made this video is so that maybe some women, the light bulb will go off in their brain. Maybe for some women, they'll get it. But for many women, they will not. And they will remain these bitter old women that will just be with a ton of cats. But understand that was a decision that you made. You played a part in it too. And you need to take accountability for those things. And if you don't, that's fine. That's fine. But don't expect other people to pick up the pieces where you laid them. But that is my video for today, guys. Let me know what you think down below. If you guys liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below. And I will see you in my next one. Bye, y'all.